So basically, you got six interconference pools of fives, and then basically within those first 6 weeks, those groups will play each other just like in soccer. Like they'll end up playing each other, and this is not extra games being placed on the schedule. These are literally within the 82 games. So, and basically
Oh,
within those
okay.
6 weeks, it's four games, two at home, two on the road. Instead of one, it's two at home, two on the road, and basically the winner of each pool and two wild card teams will advance in a single elimination tournament. Then basically they'll play them at a neutral site. I don't know what that means by neutral site wise. Probably like they'll probably play in a different city. Like if I would say like how can I put it? Like if Lakers has to play Memphis, they'll meet like in a middle city, basically. Like a city that's close by that's gonna be nearby that it doesn't count as a home game and it doesn't count as a away game. Basically. It's neutral. And basically whoever wins,
Mm-hmm.
the players that win will each receive $500,000. They get extra money. Uh but
Okay. So they get. I'm trying to
yeah,
find like a
it
visual,
hasn't been
but I haven't
produced
seen
all
a
the way.
lot yet.
They
Maybe
just
some will
walked it
come up
through it.
as we get into the
That's
next.
all.
Incentivized.
That's all the walkthrough of it is, and basically they're gonna get like whoever that's all in the tournament and within the season tournament. They're gonna be wearing different uniforms, I guess. Instead of their regular home and away jerseys that you always see, they're gonna be wearing tournament kind of special uniforms.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Oh, okay.
and
Kind of
and
like the
only
All Star
best
bracket or
thing
whatever,
that was the
or the
only
All
problem
Star
that
tournament.
people kept having was are these gonna be extra games on the season? And it's like, no, they're not gonna be extra games on seasons. I
Yeah.
think the only people that make it to the finals it's gonna be one extra game for them. So instead of 82, they'll have 83.
Yeah, no, that's good because if you add
Yeah,
it
and
as
then
extra,
whoever
now you
gets
have more sit
eliminated,
outs anyway. But
Hey,
now
and
if
I
you
mean, you
yeah,
got
implement
the play-in situation
no
too.
matter, and
So
they,
some
some teams
teams
play
play
84.
83.
So it's like,
Right.
well, no, if you have 83 and then
yeah,
two
now you end up
playing
with
games, that
85
could be
games.
85.
So
Yeah.
But I feel like if you win the tournament, it should be an
that's
automatic
that's
playoff
what
spot.
I said. But then I was like, but what if you have
Well,
You gotta give more than
it's going
just a
I feel
five
like
thousand
this is just a
dollar. Like,
starting.
what
This
else
I
is
can
just a
you
agree.
get?
starting.
You gotta give some type of standing.
No, well, ain't it 500,000? It's not
No, it's
5,000.
500,000.
Niggas ain't playing like that
Oh, I
for
said it right. Oh
5,000.
yeah, yeah. Players, yeah, each receive 500. Yeah, you
But
gotta give
I
me
do want to
more
note
than
this.
just money. You
I do
gotta
want
give me more than just money. You gotta give me some type of glory that I could get from this.
to.
It could be. I feel like giving me an
And no,
automatic
I
playoff
would say
because some
automatic
dudes could be like,
playing.
I got enough bread.
Automatic
Do I really
playing.
need the extra 500?
That's what I give.
Well,
Okay,
I mean, what?
regardless of your seed.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I
okay.
get that.
Regardless,
I
yeah,
like that. I was
that's
thinking that
cool.
too. Because I was like, I don't know what number. When I said it, I was like, but what number do you put him at? You know
That's
what I'm saying?
cool, I guess.
I
But
me
shit, if
personally,
you in the
me
playing situation, winning that, like, damn,
me
nigga.
me personally, I would say if you win the tournament, makes it really significant. You win the tournament, you get the automatic number one seed. That makes it really significant. That makes people
That's why I
really
told
fight
Rozay.
hard in the
I
regular
say you
season
get the automatic one through
because
four, either
Not
one or
really
four, one
though.
through four,
Not really
and
though.
it's a full.
I mean, I think I
well,
like
you know
that. I
what,
like that. That's
it would
decent.
a one
Decent.
through four.
That's a little bit better because I mean I was about to say I mean, people don't fight really for like niggas don't like look at
Yeah,
Miami like people don't
Yeah, true,
really
because it's not
care
like the
about the
NFL where you get a
seed,
bye week from it.
it's
Yeah,
you
you don't
know.
get anything special from the number one seed.
But I do want to note this: Miami
yeah.
is
I saw
up
that.
23 points right now, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
in the third quarter.
why would we even turn that on? I knew that
Uh,
they're up 2-0. I just didn't see nothing happening. Both these
I don't
series are
want. I
over,
didn't
yo.
want to say
I,
that.
I
I'm not saying that.
they're done.
I'm
It's
not
I won't
saying
over.
that
say
about
that yet.
LeBron James.
It's not over
I
I'm
for the
not
I'm not
don't
saying
saying
that
that
want
Celtics.
about
about
the
to.
LeBron
Celtics.
James.
I'm not saying that
Realistically,
about.
It's over for the Celtics.
It is so. It is over for the
realistically,
Celtics. It is over for the Celtics. Nigga, they literally lose for the like. That's just what they do. Like they just give
realistically,
up.
it's over. But I would love to see a
I
historic
just want
James
to know what
comeback. I
Kenneth
would love
gonna
to see
81
it
to
before.
56 right now.
do. That's what I want to know. What
What you
Rose
mean?
gonna do
Yo,
if the
If they
Lakers lose?
lose, here we go, Miami. Well, shit, I don't even know if we're gonna do that.
Boy,
Oh no.
Oh, what type of fair
But
weather?
when I
Boy,
say
he
I'm the
admitted it
villain,
right there. He had to
when I
stop
say
himself
I'm the
too.
villain,
He had to
I
stop
called him out
himself.
on this BS weeks ago.
Nah,
But I'm the villain.
I said what I
Okay.
was. I'm a Heat fan, but I'm also a LeBron fan too.
Shit.
I believe more in LeBron than I did in the Heat.
This
So
nigga
I'm
done
10
I'm
hopped
toes
Heat.
out of
down.
I'm
cars
Heat
in the
Okay.
for that.
car.
Fuck it.
You got as many toes as
Hey,
He 10 toes down sitting in a wheelchair.
Damn, so what you
got
fucking
as
with?
many
Hold up,
toes
so
as
you
Kunta
fucking with
Kinte
Boston
over
now
here
because they
10
beat the
toes down.
Sixers?
Yep, I took it down.
Whoa.
Said it.
Don't do
He
the
took it down.
ancestors like that. Hey, yo. He took it there. But yeah,
I feel like
I feel like there
for the
should
first
be
round.
like more than just money. Because there's gonna be some players that are like 500,000. All right, cool, whatever. And if I get it, I
Yeah.
go. But if you get some
For
type
the
of
first-
glory
For
from
the
it or
first
some type
year,
of extra
for the first year,
seeding,
it need to be
I
money.
wish
The
there
first
was a
year.
way that
That's
the NBA
like
could have a
just
buy.
so we can work out the kinks. Work out the kinks.
Yeah. You need to
See
have
how
money.
it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you see how people
It's
feel
it's
about
just
it.
It's kind of
You
another.
how
see
how the
how it might
All-Star game
affect the
was when
playoffs,
they first
possibly,
introduced that
which I don't
point
think it
system.
really will.
They was like, we don't know. Yeah, it's only
Oh,
on the
this is
first 6
during the first 6
I think they just
weeks.
trying to
which
bring
is
more
usually the
attention to
best
the regular.
time to get
Oh.
players to play.
I think they just trying to bring more attention to the regular season because we all know that during the regular
Yeah.
season, like nobody really checking for it
Yeah.
till the second half after the All Star.
Nobody watches the NBA really until Christmas time. So
Exactly. Yeah, and this was my first time. I watched maybe 3 to 5 total regular season games. Like, so this was one of my first seasons where I was just not tapped in at all.
yeah,
And yeah, this will bring me back in a little
this
bit,
was
but I do wish it was kind of closer towards the middle.
Now
I
that
feel
would be kind of
honestly,
cool.
this should be during
yeah.
Christmas, so that way the Christmas games are these games. Like the final is on Christmas.
Actually,
The final is on Christmas. It's the last game of the night, and then you have your other Christmas lineup games.
I would
But then
like
the
to have it
final is
set
also the
where
main one
this is
people are
this
tuning
is
in on Christmas.
definitely like out of the books, but I would like to have it on around Christmas time. You have it like AAU setup kind of style, where it's like you play and it's in a tournament. Like, and this is all in 1 week. Like, there's no like sit there throughout 6 weeks and you go through all this. This is all in 1 week. You win, you play. Like, you continue to play. If you lose, you're done. Like that's how it is. Because AAU, you really play like 2 or 3 games in
Yeah,
one day, and if you win 2 out of those 3 games, you win an award. But if you only win one game, you don't get nothing. So I would say with the NBA,
exactly.
you have them all in like a week, where it's kind of like I wouldn't say a bubble situation, but like they all have like neutral site where they have to play tournaments in like a NCAA like kind of AAU kind of setting, and where they
Mm-hmm. Where you got the teams lined it up. That's what I forgot to bring that up about the NBA. That would be cool too. Where I mean the WNBA, where you have the WNBA, then you got LeBron sitting there in the tunnel watching the end of the game, getting ready. You know what I'm saying? Like just stuff like that. I would like
yeah,
that for the
but
WNBA, but I get what you were saying with that too. Cause the NBA needs that sense of like this one game matters because the playoffs is
yeah,
so game series oriented. Outside of the play in,
What?
it's like there's nothing we know. I don't have to
yeah,
watch every single game.
and I
You
mean,
know what I'm
and like I
saying?
said, they right now
So
when the winner, money is not going to be a sustainable prize after a while. So like you're gonna need glory,
yeah,
or
you need
hell,
glory.
if it's not the 1 to 4 draft pick, I mean 1 to 4 playoff spot, add in the draft pick there. You get an
Ooh,
extra, you get an
yeah.
extra
Playing for
ball.
picks. Playing for
Like
picks.
you get like not even an extra ball. You get like 3 extra balls in there or something. Like you get a higher percentage chance of being in there because then like you're like a team like the
Yeah.
Hornets or the Rockets. They're in that tournament. They're fighting. I mean, like they're fighting for draft balls because like there's no they might be the worst team in the league, but there's no guarantee that you're going to be up in that one spot in that top 5 spot. It's a possibility that you are. But if you have extra balls, man, it's a high percentage chance that you're going to be in at least that top 5 of draft picks.
All right, so we're just gonna get straight into it. I saw this. Man, I want to give the people their credit, but I think it was like Clutch Sports. They had posted this. It was a scenario where basically the teams that got eliminated could get one of their players picked up by the team that they got eliminated by. So I want to tap into and I want to ask y'all boys, which team do you think would win out of these four? Who do y'all got out of this? And who do you think? And I also have another scenario. My second question will be damn, what was it? Maybe it'll come back to me once y'all talk y'all opinions. So go ahead, actually. Y'all go ahead and tell me how y'all feel about this. Who do you think would win out of those four?
The Lakers.
As much as I want to sit here and say and rock with the Lakers, I'm going to rock with the Heat on this one because you putting playoff Jimmy with Giannis, there's no thing nobody can do. Being real.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I
I
would,
gotta go Miami, but I want to go Lakers. I want to go Lakers. Absolutely. I'm not counting the Lakers out,
I'm gonna
but
go.
but Miami has a
You know
better
what?
chance.
I want to go with my Heat,
No injury.
but I'm gonna be an oddball out of this one. The Nuggets look real dangerous. The
I'm
Nuggets look
tripping.
dangerous.
KD injury away.
You're tripping.
Okay, and this is why I think the Nuggets could be dangerous. Now I remember my second question before y'all rebuttal on him. Now I remember my second question because I thought this would be a good scenario for the Nuggets. So imagine you don't pick up. Imagine you get two because it looks like every team has two because they've eliminated two, but you can use your second player at any time you want. So let's just say the Nuggets said, let's pick up Kate. Let's skip. Because who did they eliminate first? The Timberwolves. Let's say they said, actually, we're not going to use any of them yet. We going to wait. And then we beat the Suns, and we going to pick up KD. Now I got one more, so I can pick up anybody off the Lakers for the finals. So it's a gamble because you could be like, oh, I'm not going to pick anybody up from this series. But then that's when you don't get the help that you need, and then you get eliminated because you only picked up one guy or something
I
like
mean,
that.
I think
You know
the
what I'm saying?
post,
It's
but
a
I think the
gamble.
post said like the last two series type
No, but
thing.
I
Like,
was saying that was my second question was the scenario of what if they added it like this to where they could be like, oh, well, you can
So you looking?
you can bypass one
Yeah.
of your series and use it later down the
well,
road
well,
if you
basically
want.
just saying you can pick up anybody that you beat in the playoffs, like any two people in the playoffs that you can pick up at once you reach
Yeah,
the
yeah.
finals.
At any point, if you make it that far, you could pick up any two if you haven't used both of them already, or you could just use one. Like if you beat somebody in the first round that didn't have anybody good, you could be like,
No,
oh, I'll
you can't pay
bypass it.
nobody else. Though.
So
And in the
after I
second
use
round,
my two,
no,
I can't drop a nigga.
well, that's another question. That would be another hypothetical. But I was just saying for the Nuggets scenario, that'd be cool if they were like, you know what, let's bypass Anthony and let's just pick up somebody off the Lakers. Let's take the risk of not picking up two people versus the
Time
Lakers
out. Why are
and
we
just
acting?
pick up. Let's beat
Why
the
are we
Lakers and
acting
pick
like
up
the
somebody from
Nuggets
there for the
got the
finals.
worst of them all?
They already got a
No,
they
no,
already they
No,
no.
I'm not
already
saying
got
the
the
worst. I was
best
just
They're
saying
not
that
the
was a
worst.
roster.
They're
scenario
not
so
the
they
worst
could pick up somebody
So
from the
we
Lakers.
already got the
because
I
best
know, I know,
Trey
I know,
Young,
but
Trey Young is
I
not a
know.
fucking point
I just
guard.
wanted
Yeah,
to
the
move away from the
Celtics is
obvious answer of the
the
Heat
worst.
or the Lakers. I wanted to go with the Nuggets because I'm like, man, the Nuggets look like the threat that they have on it. Literally, that is literally a playground for Jokic. That KD, Anthony Edwards, Jamal Murray,
For
and
sure.
damn, Gordon. No, that's not Gordon. That's MC
Gordon.
G.
MPJ,
I
Michael
want
Porter
to say
Jr.
that's Michael Porter. Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. Like,
Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr.
bruh,
Yeah, I'm putting that man on the
My
bench
man
though.
Michael
I'm
Porter
I'm
Jr.
I'm I'm putting Aaron Gordon in that lineup.
Honestly, I could see the Nuggets beating the Lakers,
Yeah,
and it'd be like the Nuggets versus the Heat
I
in
can
that
see that.
matchup.
I can still see that if they had this. I don't know.
Cause Joker gonna dog AD. LeBron's like injured, like well, no injuries, but he's older. Older.
Oh no,
Him
no.
and
Steph
him and
gonna give
Murray
you
gonna have a
50.
good. They'll have a
Who?
great battle.
What you gonna do for Steph?
Oh no, that's gonna be a battle between
Yes, it will
Murray
be.
and
Yes, it will be.
Steph. Don't play with.
No, it's
Yes, it
not.
is.
De'Aaron
No,
Fox.
it's
That's
not.
That's
Bro, we just saw
No,
what
no, no, no,
Steph
no.
did
That's
with
different.
De'Aaron
You
Fox.
that's
you're
De'Aaron
talking
Come
about
on,
Fox,
man.
bro.
De'Aaron
Come
Fox
on,
and
man.
anything.
Murray got
Yeah,
way
they've
more
literally
like
never been
more
to the
size
playoffs.
on
They
Steph
have no
and
experience.
De'Aaron Fox.
What do you?
They babied them.
Okay, but De'Aaron experience. De'Aaron Fox just got a bucket all playoffs. we're not gonna act like De'Aaron Fox didn't just get a bucket off.
He
I'm not gonna go
did.
too far off topic, but De'Aaron Fox just
Yeah.
showed his ass.
No,
But
Steph.
Steph
I think
still
Steph and
trumped him.
De'Aaron,
You
they
know what I
was
mean?
going
That's
at it
just
You could
Steph
straight
put
at
up,
you could
another
but
put
echelon.
it was the others. The others.
Yeah,
It's
but
about the
who
others.
ended up with a
You
50
said
piece
you said
McNugget in the
earlier.
seven
It's
game
about
seven?
the others.
Who ended
But
up with a
who won
50
that
piece
whole series?
McNugget in
It was
game
one
seven?
man on that Steph
It is
Curry.
about the others to win the series,
Yeah.
but who
All
ended
right.
up with a we're
On
talking about
De'Aaron
Steph
Fox,
versus De'Aaron
the
Fox.
lights got too
We're
bright
talking
for
about
De'Aaron.
Steph versus
Yeah,
De'Aaron
I agree
Fox.
with you on that
And
part.
who ended up with a 50
I would
piece
say
No,
McNugget?
he was hurt
the lights had got too bright
that
for
hand.
De'Aaron. But that's the thing. The light and plus he was hurt. So Jamal Murray, I don't think the lights
He
gonna be
was
too
hurt.
bright for Jamal Murray between they will go back and
The
forth, like
light's
Cool was
not.
saying.
It's
That'll
not.
be a dog fight.
He gonna step up.
Real shit. That's Steph and Braun too.
But
When you think about
I
it,
like Steph to still
and if you
trump him
add Jaren
because
Jackson, if you now when you
that's
think
Steph.
about it, if you
So
think
I'm gonna
about this
see.
matchup with
So the
them,
matchup will
you
be
add Jaren
80,
Jackson next to
80
AD.
and
Now you can
Jokic.
put Jaren Jackson to start off when Jokic and AD come off on help. You could,
I
or
don't
switch
know.
it.
I don't know.
Mm, mm. Nah. You
Yeah,
could. Cause Jaren Jackson hid
But
behind Steven Adams all
like
his
Jared
career
Jackson, he won
so
Defensive
far.
Player of the
So
Year, but
he's
it's
doing
like
well with it
he didn't
so
show up
far.
during
no, he didn't show up because he averaged 5 fouls a game.
And
That's the thing.
Warriors.
But what I'm saying is how he got this defense player of
Yeah,
the year is because he's a better help defender than an on ball defender. But if you talk about putting AD off the help where he won against the previous in the bubble and
yeah.
stuff, and you talking about some Jaren Jackson on, or you could switch it off where
Absolutely.
we're going. If you
Absolutely.
do trying to bring the pick, now you talking about some switching AD on you.
The
What you gonna
ultimate
do?
help defender.
I,
But that's the thing. But that's the thing. AD has been playing
yeah,
help
but who
defense
else is
this whole
playing side?
entire
They're playing
series,
Rui
and he's
Hachimura
been getting
on
cooked.
them, bro.
Yeah, I don't know about playing too
No,
well.
no.
AD's
But
been
I'm
in no
saying,
man's land.
okay, Jokic. So if you do
That's all he
a
be
pick and
in.
roll, right, or you even set a screen, and you have AD there, you let KD and Jokic have a pick and roll. Is
You could
AD supposed to
literally
step up?
switch off of
Because
that
if he
system of
is,
Jaren
oh
getting on
my
KD
my
and
goodness, he is
AD
done.
step
Tough.
up and say, okay, we can call that
That's
defense
tough.
right there. I mean, I
And
don't think
AD gonna
so.
get himself cooked by Jokic now.
I'm
Which
gonna
is
be honest.
sad.
I think that
Which is so
Celtics team would
sad.
be nice if you give Murray instead of Young. I feel like if that Celtics team picks up Murray
Yeah.
instead of Young,
That's
way
the
better.
sad
And then
part.
you still get Brogdon coming off the bench at
That's
the
the sad.
six. That team might go crazy.
This is out of hand.
That's
83
the
to
sad part.
112.
You telling me they don't? You don't want
That's
him to
over.
pick up Trey Young, the All Star? No. I'm not. I'm not against you. I'm saying it's sad for Trey Young.
No. It has
It's
nothing
sad
to
for
do
Trey
with his talent. It just has to do with the system. The team needs. I look at what the team
Young.
needs, and then I would
Trey
pick
Young's
him.
a
Like
liability on that
because
team because of
honestly, let's be honest. Let's
defense.
be honest. Jaren Jackson is not better than John Morant, but for the team needs, Jaren Jackson would be
Yeah,
better for the Lakers than Ja would in this sense because you have Curry and LeBron kind of already, and you have Reeves. And Ja's not a shooter, which the Lakers kind of need. So it's like they need bigs and shooters. So it's like just get the better big. They have a
So
big at
Boston
least with
just
Jaren Jackson.
rolled
So it's
over
like
and
that's really
died.
what it is. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, I called it. Yo, it's over.
Bro, this
It's
man
been over.
Jimmy look like
no.
Jimmy been out there
Tatum
fooling
been
them
out here
people, bro.
fooling these people.
It's
He's a
crazy.
phony. He's a phony.
Wow.
He's a phony, a big fat
They were fake.
phony.
I knew it. They were
He ain't got Michael Jordans on. He got Michael
Oh shit!
Hardens.
All right, let's
He don't
move on.
got.
Let's go ahead and
All
He
right,
doesn't
let's
have
go
Michael
ahead and move
Jordans on.
into.
He got Michael Hardens.
You said what?
He's not going for a dunk. He's going for a finger roll.
What the word Jordan? Michael Jordan. That's what he got on. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's move into this fight last night. I watched a little bit of it. I kind of toned out a little bit because a lot of people were like, "Oh, Haney, he doesn't have knockout." Oh, let me mute that. We don't need that. Oh,
Come on, man.
sheesh.
What's wrong with you?
Damn. But a lot of people were like, "Oh, he doesn't have knockout power," and I was like, "Oh, well, we'll see." I'm watching the first couple fights. I'm like, "Oh, it don't look like anybody getting knocked out." Well, first couple rounds, I was like, "Don't look like anybody's gonna get knocked out. This might just go to distance. It might be a technical fight," which it's if you're a boxing fan, then that's great. But I'm not a huge boxing fan. I'm more of a UFC guy because I prefer to see somebody get knocked out. So it was definitely one of those fights where it was like, who's going to be the more technical? Who's going to get the better, like, who's going to land the more shots? Who's going to be more accurate?
Right.
So,
Nah,
that's a good
facts.
jab right there. But
Lomachenko, I
anybody else
mean,
watch
bro,
the fight?
Lomachenko, he's very technical, bro. And one thing, I mean, you know about a Mexican fighter, bro, they got a strong chin.
He
Niggas
is
is not.
he is not Mexican. That man is Ukrainian right there. He just came off a war.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought that he was because they fought down in Mexico the first time, and I was like, bro,
No.
why?
That's because Haney, he was too young to fight because he's only 24.
Yeah.
He's too young to fight. He was too young to fight here at a time, but he was
Okay,
old enough
okay,
to fight in
okay.
Mexico. So he
My
was fighting in
apologies.
Mexico a
Yes, see,
lot.
I thought he
Yeah.
was on some "I'ma come to you"
I'm
shit.
gonna be on.
But
Yeah, I didn't know this stuff till last night though, because
but
I was watching
yeah,
all his like interviews leading
I'm
up to
sorry,
it.
Mr. Lomachenko, and anybody else in the staff in the entire Ukrainian country. Uh, but that man got a chin. That nigga got a chin, bro. This
Yeah, the
man,
man been fighting in war, fighting for his country. He gonna take some punches.
bro, that
You know what
man
I'm
can
saying?
take some hits, bro, and keep
Ooh,
walking forward and
ooh.
give it to you just how you gonna, how you gonna take it. Pause. But you know, I was definitely I caught some of it, a little bit of it, most highlights, but I caught a little bit of the actual action, just very few because I was watching most of the Lakers game, kind of disappointed.
Yeah. I had both of them playing simultaneously, and
Oh
I
my
was
bad,
tapped in.
that's a different
I was
level over there.
I was tapped in a little bit more towards these were the rounds I kind of more tapped in. I watched off the beginning of the fight. I tried to catch the Ali's like grandson, but I missed his fight. He was fighting earlier yesterday. I think he won too. I think
I'm
he
about
had
to
a
say, how did
draw.
he do?
I think he had a draw. I think he drawed. I can't really remember because I had to look it up. They don't really go back to a lot of the previous fights. That's one thing that be killing me about boxing. They don't really. They'll just go. They'll once the fight's over, they move on. It's like, oh, okay.
Facts,
It's
facts.
all
They're
about the
like,
main
it's
event.
all about the main event.
Yeah, these were all just filler
They're like,
fights to
shit.
get
These are the
to
motherfuckers who put the money up.
for real. But yeah,
But
soon Ali's grandson will be the headline or the main event soon. I think he will.
just with the name, I mean, the name
Yeah, just
alone,
the name.
you
Yep.
continue to catch dubs. I mean, you're liable to easily win 10 of them. And you know what I mean? Win 10 fights and easily he's like, oh shit, I'm a main event headliner because of his name.
Mhm.
Versus real boxers, they got to put in probably about 20 to 30,
Ooh.
30 fights, when they really start to say like, okay, let's go ahead and super headline this man. Look at Tank. Like Tank, we didn't become a main event headliner till what, 25 fights, 26. At the point of where he's at, he was probably a main event headliner already a little bit before that, but not with all the coverage.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see because this decision, I don't know if y'all know who wins, but basically Haney wins. A lot of people booed it. They didn't
Yeah,
like it because looking at this fight, it does look like Lomachenko did kind of catch him. But the parts that I saw, I did see more Haney. But now looking back on the highlights of the rounds that I missed, I could see people, feeling some type of way that Lomachenko didn't should
I'll
have
say
won it.
this:
But
I just don't like that. I'm hearing they said that they feel like it was a clear win, and they're not trying to fight him again. To me, you ducking.
yeah, you want to know why they're doing that? Is they're trying to line up him and Shakur Stevenson because literally, I'm gonna try to find the video after this.
Nah, yeah,
Sh-
Shakir trying to line that
Yeah,
shit
because
up.
yeah,
off of
yeah,
just first
yeah.
glance, it looked like Pacheco was giving him a run for his money. Like it don't look like a clear cut victory. It looked like it could have either way.
Yeah,
Of what you saw tonight between Devin Haney and
Like the fact that this man who wasn't even in their fight is on the
I'm
is
telling
on
you,
the
in the
ring
ring.
talking. It's like they're obviously trying to. This is rare where they'll bring some guy who wasn't even in the fight just up there to talk.
Facts.
Like, come on now, they're obviously trying to.
the undisputed champion. He won.
Nah, it's a picture of this man
He won that fight.
staring at him
What was it
like
about his
after. I
performance
don't know if it
tonight
was
that
before
makes you
this or
say
after this,
he
but
deserved it?
he like
He landed
staring
the
at him
clean
kind of
punches.
off in the back,
Landed the clean
staring at
shot.
Devin Haney, kind of like, yeah, nigga, I want that.
Yeah, there it is. I saw this one earlier. Like, of course they trying to amp that up. They doing that. So yeah, that's
That's
that.
crazy, bro. That's a crazy time to attack a man. Like, bro, right after he just got done fighting, you just gonna come pop up in my. Who allowed you in my ring? Like, what is going on with the security in here? First of all, that's what I'm gonna find out after I get out this
Exactly.
motherfucking ring.
It exactly. But it's obviously they wanted him up there. They was like, we want you to go up there and kind of amp the fight because now
Oh,
it's either gonna be the next fight or it's gonna be the fight after that, and they're gonna settle
facts.
that because he has a lot of titles up on the line. He had like 4 belts on the line last night or something like that. I don't know. I'm not too big into the boxing and how it all works, but I did see a lot of like belts up there yesterday. I was like, oh, he got a lot on the line. So I was like, I could definitely see how they're not just gonna give Lomachenko those belts. He would have had to like really have a knockdown or something to really be like to really set him across. Because I seen that I've been watching boxing maybe the past like year, and I've been watching UFC maybe the past year and a half to 2 years, and I've seen a lot of guys where you're defending your title, you could lose the fight, but since you have a title, they give you a little bit extra. It has to be a dominant. You have to be dominated to lose your belt in a way, as to compare it. If it was just a regular fight, they might give it to the other guy. But since you're defending your title, you have to have it basically taken from you. They don't just give you a title if you have a decent fight. You have to literally take it. Like Leon, when he knocked out Usman, he obviously deserved it because he knocked the
Right,
man out. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So, and then even this past fight, Usman and Leon, when they had a rematch, Usman didn't really. I don't remember. I don't know
It
if he
w-
really knocked him out. It was just
nah.
a decision. They just
It
said,
was a
okay,
decision.
we'll give it back to you. So,
Nah,
but
Usman
yeah,
lost. Usman, yeah, he didn't get the ring back or
oh,
get
he
his.
didn't.
Nah. Leon still got it.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah,
Israel
yeah.
on Sanya, he got
Oh
it
yeah,
back.
yeah, you're
But I
right.
think he
Izzy got
knocked
it
that
back.
man
Yeah.
out though. Yeah,
Yeah, he did. He did. He knocked him out in the craziest way because the way he just kind of just like threw it right back at him. It
hmm
was just like a quick little like
he
boop,
set him up.
got you. Yep, he set him up. He gave
A
you the
man
space.
said,
He
"I
said, "Okay,
played
I'm gonna."
possum," and then he
He
just
said, "Yeah." He said, "I'll give you this left side, but I'm gonna come back on the right side. Boom, knock you." Yeah, that's what it is. I get the guys mixed up sometimes with the like the African kings. That's what they call them. But like, of course, you know Ngannou because he's the bigger one. But like Usman and Sanya, I get them mixed up sometimes. I
hmm
shouldn't, but they're definitely completely different type of fighters. Usman's more of a smaller wrestler, or like a more like shorter wrestler. Adesanya is more like the taller, I'm gonna kick you, jujitsu, anime type of vibe, where he's gonna use that karate or whatever he's gonna use. So, but yeah, that's that. That's fighting. Just talking a little bit about that. As the year goes by with all the fights, I don't know the next big fight, but whenever it pops up, we might try to talk a little bit more about it here on Heavily Opinionated.
This week we got in the spot Queen Cleopatra, bruh. This bit here on Netflix, this be a banger. Now everyone knows their own little story about Cleopatra, what we pretty much know about the Viper, Queen of Egypt, the fall, the romance. But there's a lot to the story that we still to this day don't even really know. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know about her background, like where she came from or how this shit started. We just know the family and around the time when she rose up and took that power in, bro. But as you unfold and watch into the story, into the narrative, and they give you the historical context of the background, because it is a documentary, it's not too heavy on the facts of them trying to pour it down your throat. But it's a really good watch. You get really into it, really into it. It's kind of like on the Game of Thrones feel vibe, where you got the characters, you see her, you see the family. Uh, it's really big on the family ruling together, and there is some aspects of it that some folks, depending on where you come from, your cousins, you might be a little, whoa, what the hell? But you get around that tip, bro, you learn a lot through this thing. Like one thing that we all really get misconstrued about the Viper, about how she actually really died, what kind of poison she really used. We say that she used the Viper kind of off the European tip because of what Octavius, I believe that was Octavius Caesar, what he did would bring her children over to Rome to show his victory parade, which is a historical fact. Basically, they showed her statue with a viper on it, showing that she was royalty, because basically in I want to say it was mythology or in I can't actually remember the word at the moment, but basically the viper represents being royal, being the last queen of Egypt, because she was the last queen of Egypt. At that moment, was at the end of her rise, was the end of Egypt being an independent nation.